everyone, and welcome back to our weekly Chai Chat program. Hi, Christopher.
Hi.
I'm very excited today because we have a special guest. It's Sergeant Christopher Herrera. He serves at the U.S. Embassy right now as a Marine security guard, and Christopher is originally from Texas. And he also has been doing sports and working out constantly for 2 years already. So he's a perfect fit for our topic today. And we're very excited to hear from Christopher today about the importance of sports. Christopher, thanks so much for joining us today. And thanks for taking the time to do this chat with us.
Of course, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
I want to remind everyone that, as usual, we want to make this program as interactive as possible. So please type your questions in the comment section, write your comments, and we will be happy to hear from you, and we will be happy to hear your questions so that Christopher could answer them at the end of the presentation. Also, I think that's it. Chris, I'm giving the floor to you.
Okay, thank you. So yes, I'm Sergeant Christopher Herrera. I'd really appreciate it if you guys ask a lot more questions during the actual presentation. It'll help me keep focus a lot better. If I start talking way too fast, just feel free to let me know or send a message to Gulshan and she'll let me know. Thank you. So my name is Sergeant Herrera Christopher, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about the importance of sports. I'm going to talk to you guys about not only my experience with sports and physical activity, but also the stuff that I've read, the stuff that I've seen from my friends and my family. Also watching TV, watching sports on TV, and then also a lot of sites that I've looked into that have helped me out in learning about different things about sports and the benefits and why they're so important. So, for example, for team sports, I think team sports or sports like soccer are really important because they help you become better communicators with new people that you meet. They also develop you into communicating better with your friends and your family. And with team sports, you get a lot of motivation from the people around you, like your teammates. Being surrounded by people that want to see you succeed, being surrounded by people that want to win as much as you do, being surrounded by people that you want to see succeed as much as they want to see you succeed. I think that's really important in life because it just makes you want to do more. It makes you want to be more successful. It makes you want to try harder. It makes you want to be consistent with all these challenges that you face throughout your life. I think sports and physical activity are really, really important and really, really helpful. So going to our first slide, it's going to be the benefits of being actively involved in sports. So one of the benefits is sports keep you active. Sports keep you moving. Sports. If you play sports regularly and consistently, they're going to keep you more active. They're going to make you want to keep playing different sports, the same sports, practicing for the same sports for different sports. They're going to keep you challenging yourself to do more, whether it's cleaning your room, starting school like college, or even joining more sports or training harder for the sports that you're already in or for different competitions. Basically, once you get used to doing so much and practicing so much for different type of sports and physical activities, you're just gonna automatically just want to do more. It also helps improve and develop social skills. So I think personally, it helps you improve and develop social skills because you're surrounded by so many different types of people when you play sports. just like in the Marine Corps. In the Marine Corps, we play a lot of sports. In the Marine Corps, you get to play with a lot of different people, different ethnicities, different people from different countries, cities, and you get to understand them better. You get to understand why they think the way they think. You get to understand why they do certain things, and why they're so competitive and why they're not. Why they try hard sometimes, why they don't try hard other times. Why they want to be successful and what's going to make them better. It also, another benefit is it helps you create new connections. It helps you create new connections with your friends, your family, your team, your coaches, new people that you meet at the gym, people from different cities that you play against, like in football or soccer in high school, or people that you compete against in different countries, like the Olympics, for the powerlifters, or the Olympic swimmers, or other sports players like volleyball and tennis. It really helps you create a lot more new connections with different and new people, which I think is very beneficial. It also, another benefit is it helps reduce stress. For people that are always stressing out or always have a lot on their mind, it's really good to be physically active or play sports, because you're surrounded by so many people that you talk to on a regular basis, because it's just a different way to relieve stress, because you're exerting so much energy, like when you're running or you're fighting, say kickboxing, UFC, boxing, wrestling, jujitsu. Those are really great stress relievers. And also, because you're communicating with so many different people throughout your day, you basically always have somebody to talk to, even if it isn't anything serious. It's always nice to have someone to talk to that's a friend or a family member, or someone that you're around on a regular basis. Another benefit is it increases your confidence. I think a big way that it increases your confidence is because when you're out there every other day, playing sports, working out, challenging yourself, you realize that you're a lot more capable of doing a lot more things than you think you are. You're a lot more capable of defeating all these different challenges that you never thought you could, and that makes people confident. It's made me really confident, especially in the gym. Whenever I used to first go to the gym, I was not confident. I used to be scared to pick up weights because I didn't know how to work out. I also didn't want to embarrass myself for the first few times that I did go, because I didn't know what I was doing at all. And then at first I started going by myself, and that was kind of difficult. But over time, I gained the confidence after practicing a lot more and showing up a lot more, and also because of making more friends there, it made me a lot more confident too. It made me realize that there's a lot of people in there that are trying it for their first time, or just in there because they want to be better, because they want to be healthier, they want to be more fit. Yeah, and it also helps build and improve leadership. For that one, when it comes to sports, I think that it helps build and improve leadership because, say if you're one of the guys that's a little more experienced out on the field, right, playing basketball, football, soccer, you're gonna have these new guys that are basically gonna be in the shoes that you were in whenever you first got there. They didn't have a lot of experience. They weren't. They don't have the things that you were taught developed in their head yet, so they don't understand a lot of things that they're doing. So basically, you naturally become a leader to them. They see you as somebody that's been there longer. They see you as somebody that's more experienced, that has done more in that area or that sport, and they want to be like you. They want to be as good as you. They want to be better than you. They want to compete with you. They want to be on your team. They want to be against you just so that they can beat you. And yeah, naturally, you become that leader. You become that person that people look to help them to be better. Another benefit is it teaches teamwork and problem-solving skills. A way that sports teach teamwork is that you're constantly practicing with this group of people, to be better, and to look for different ways to score, to gain another point a lot more proficiently and without wasting as much energy, to beat the other team, to beat the other person. And yeah, the same with problem solving skills. I think problem solving is also like different tactics. So problem solving skills out on the football field is like, what's one way that we can score another point in the next 30 seconds, because that's all the time we have and we need one more point to win. And yeah. So I think there's a lot of benefits for individual and team sports. And I've already explained some of them. When it comes to individual sports like UFC, I think it gives you a lot of confidence to be able to go inside of a ring, to face your opponent and not know if you're actually better than them, but be confident enough to know that you're going to try your best. And, you know, if you try your best, you will succeed, regardless if you win that day or get knocked out. For a game like volleyball, I think it's a great confidence builder and it's a great team builder, and it's a great sport to play because you're surrounded by so many people that want to succeed as much as you do, and you have to work out different ways to win, just like every other sport. And the same with rugby. Rugby, I think, is a big confidence builder because you might be out there with a team, but sometimes when you're running that ball by yourself, just like this guy in the green, when you're out there running by yourself, you have to face so many different challenges and different opponents that you don't know if you can beat. You don't know if you can handle 3 people at a time, while trying to make it to your next goal. And that's pretty challenging mentally and physically. So once you defeat something like that, or you get past that point, or you make it to your goal after getting hit so many times, it's a great confidence builder. It makes it confidence builder, and it makes you feel so much better about yourself, and it keeps you wanting more. It reminds you that you can succeed and that you can do better, and that you're gonna keep proving to yourself that you will get better. So a lot of benefits that you receive through sports are actually through exercise. But not just exercise in general, it's consistent exercise. The reason that I highlighted consistent and I wanted to mention that in this PowerPoint is because a lot of people think that it's easy. They think that it's simple. They think that you just show up one day to the gym and it happens. And the truth is, it's not that simple and it's not that easy. Nobody wants to wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. to go work out because they want to be stronger or because they want to be more physically and mentally fit. It's a lot more goal oriented and a lot more you striving for your success than anything else. So some of the benefits are through physical, social, and mental and emotional. For physical exercise benefits, some of the benefits of physical exercise are they help build muscle and strong bones. Through consistent exercise, through consistent, working out, consistent competing for greater goals. If they're competing with yourself, competing with other people that you faced before but you couldn't beat, competing with anybody that's better than you. Or it could just be competing with yourself on a regular basis. You just want to keep on getting better and better than you were the day before. Another physical benefit is it increases your focus and attention. For this one, I mean, it's really all sports, right? Or all physical activity. After doing it so much and after so much practice, you naturally become better at what you do. For example, it increases focus and attention in. I lost my train of thought. I'll skip that one. I'll probably come back later. It also improves your quality of sleep. For sports and physical activity, that always increases or improves my quality of sleep because it makes me so tired. For one, the physical exertion, you get so exhausted that you just want to, you want to lay down or you want to take a hot shower and you want to take a giant break after a very difficult and long workout, and you just want to rest. And as soon as you get the chance to rest, you just knock out, go to sleep, and you're just so at peace. And then also mentally, for me, mentally, it improves my quality of sleep because it feels like I did something for the day or I did something extra for the day, and it kind of de-stresses me because I feel like I've accomplished something for the day. I feel a little more successful, and I feel like I deserve some sleep. So yeah, it improves memory and brain function. So after constant practice, it improves memory because you start being a lot more attentive to the things that you do. And you start realizing that a lot more things that you do whenever you're playing sports, when you're running, when you're in the middle of a fight, boxing, UFC, you realize that a lot of things are a lot more important than you think. For example, the way you run, you pay a lot more attention to the way you run after each time that you go out there, because you don't want to hurt as bad the next day, because you don't want to trip and fall down this hill that you run by every day. You don't want to cross the street without looking. So you naturally like start reaching out for different things to adjust and fix. Yeah, do all physical activity and sports. It also helps you maintain weight. So how does physical activity help you maintain weight? Some of the things that it helps you with, like say if you want to lose weight, or depending on what you want to do with your weight. So if you want to lose weight, you want to gain weight, you want to sustain your weight. Um, Obviously, the food that you eat is also plays a big part. But whenever it comes to physical activity, for me, the way that I like to think about this is like the slower you work out or the more difficult and short term the workout is, the more I think. For me, I'm trying to gain weight. It's very difficult for me to gain weight. So the way that I'm trying to successfully gain weight through physical activity is I'm doing higher weight and then lower reps of physically working out or going to the gym. And that naturally, one, it makes me a lot more hungry if I work out more often. And then two, whenever you're working out and you're doing slow, heavy workouts for lower reps, it actually naturally it just makes you sweat a lot less. So you lose a lot less weight. So that's why I think that it's really helpful and it's a really big benefit for me to accomplish the goal of gaining weight in the gym or that physical activity. It also increases the discipline and confidence, as mentioned before, for the confidence, and then for discipline. For again, a lot of people, nobody really wants to wake up early in the morning to go to the gym or to go for the run or to um, set new goals. But once you constantly start working out, going to the gym, playing sports with people that you actually like to be around, or you have good leaders like your coaches or your other teammates, you discipline yourself to be better. You discipline yourself to wake up earlier. You discipline yourself to show up on time. You discipline yourself to work out a little bit harder, a little bit longer, and so on and so forth. Increase in productivity. Um, the same as before, I believe I already mentioned. It just naturally makes you want to do more after the constant practice of doing so much so often, like playing sports or going to practice and working out for those long hours every day. It naturally makes you want to do more, be a lot more productive, like clean your room, trying new things. Yeah. So some of the social benefits are they help you adjust quicker to new surroundings. The way that I think it helps you adjust quicker to new surroundings is because whenever you're out in the field and you're out playing sports and you're stressing out about the next goal and about making the next touchdown, once you come to a lot more calm surrounding like an office setting, and you're meeting new people, you feel a lot more comfortable because nobody's running at you at 10 miles per hour trying to hit you or chase you down so they can get the ball from you. Basically, you stretch yourself out during sports and during physical activity. to the point to where you come back to your regular lifestyle and everything seems so much calmer and smoother and easier to handle. Improves your social life, develops your social skills. Obviously, the more that you play sports, start interacting with a lot more people, interacting with different people from different countries, cities, different coaches. Um, you you become more proactive and more social, and it just makes you want to make new friends or talk to people more often. You can make friends, and then it improves peer acceptance. So one of the reasons that I think it greatly improves peer acceptance is because whenever people see that, one, you want to do better for yourself by going to the gym, by working out, by improving your lifestyle, waking up early, to accomplish your goals, they're gonna want that too. They're gonna want to be, as productive as you. They're gonna want to be more productive than you. They're gonna want to learn from you. They're gonna see you as somebody that's worth being around. Because you have goals, you have a strong mindset. Um, yeah. And then again with the leadership skills for social benefits, it seems like everything kind of ties in together because sports are so helpful with everything. But again, leadership skills. Naturally, people are going to see you as the leader because you're going to seem like you're a lot more consistent, hardworking, goal-oriented, through physical fitness, through playing sports, constant practice, constant training. When they see you improve, when they see you get better at something that you've been working so hard in, people will look towards you. Mental and emotional benefits: improve confidence and self-esteem, increases energy, reduces stress, current and future. It reduces some of the current stress. Again, for exercising in general, playing sports, it reduces some of the current stress. Because of the time that you spend practicing and training on your own, stressing yourself out, going for more reps, going through all that pain in your workout, and then coming back to your regular lifestyle, it just makes everything so much easier. You're not stressing out as much. You feel a lot more confident about the things that you can handle and the things that are coming at you that are trying to challenge you. It just all comes naturally after you get so comfortable with it or confident with it. Develops and strengthens relationships with your friends, your family, and new people. It develops and strengthens relationships with your friends. For me, whenever I joined the Marine Corps, a lot of my friends, they saw that I was working out a lot more and I was exercising a lot more, and I had goals that I was shooting for. And for some of them, they really they saw that as motivation. They saw that as a reason as to, like, all right, well, if he can do that, then I can do more. It might not be the gym, it might not be exercising, but they were definitely telling themselves they could do more. And the only reason I know that is because they would tell me, and it was really motivational. It made me want to work out more often. It made me want to go outside more often. It made me want to express my liking for the gym more often, even if I wasn't so good at it at the beginning. It made me want to express my goals a lot more often too. Yeah, which at first I wasn't so open about. The same with my family. Me and my sister, every time that I go home now, me and my sister work out pretty regularly because we've grown a lot more comfortable with each other through the gym and through physical fitness. And yeah, but with my mom too, which I think is kind of weird because me and my mom, we weren't so close until we started working out more often together, which I thought was really cool. A little weird at first, but it was cool overall. New people, development, strengthen relationships with new people, just because, I mean, you meet a lot of people through, I've met a lot of people through the gym. I met a lot of friends through the gym, a lot of coworkers I didn't know worked out or like to exercise or play sports. I met them there in the gym. Or I met a lot of them through flag football, which was a fun sport to play with your team and other people that you work with. you get to see people, yelling on the field, and you get to see the things that they get mad about, and what gets them excited, and everything. It's a pretty cool experience, especially around the coworkers, because once you get back to work, they're all serious and then doing their job and minding their business. But when you see them out on the field and they're screaming at the teams that they're playing against, they're screaming at their own team because they aren't good enough. It's pretty great. It also positively impacts depression, anxiety, ADHD, memory, sleep, and your overall mood. That's just through a lot of sites that I've looked through. And some of the people that I've talked to that go to the gym or work out have told me the same thing. So, through experience, I find this very true. And then the last one is just some extra information. Through exercise, it actually reduces the possibility of developing strokes, cardiovascular disease, kidney disease, and some cancers. Helps lower blood pressure, reduce the risk of fracture. Obviously, because your bones get stronger, and then you're a lot more prone to accidents. And then for what I've experienced through my friends and my family is that it helps you quit smoking. I guess because it's a stress reliever for one, and then two, it's just a big distraction. So or at least they naturally just wanted to smoke less once they started working out and exercising more. So that's really it for my slides, my PowerPoint. Yeah, and then that's it.
Thanks so much, Chris. This was very, very interesting. I didn't know there are so many benefits of sports. I mean, not just for your health, but it's also like socially and other things. I also want to remind everyone, if you have questions, please put them in the comments, and don't miss this opportunity to ask our expert about sports. And I think we should move to the Q&A section now. So our viewers from YouTube are saying hi. Hello from Abror Alimov, and he says that it's nice to meet you, Chris. Hi,
Nice
Abror.
to meet you.
Thanks for joining us. Boy Mina says good day. Hi, Boy Mona. And we have a question from Mirjahon Turdeyev. Hi, Chris. Thank you for encouraging people to do sports. What sports did you do at high school and why?
So this is actually, I think it's an interesting question because I never actually played sports in high school. As much as I wanted to, my mom was really against it. She was more of she wants me to stay home and clean and, clean the yard, take care of the dogs and all that sort of stuff. But whenever I did get the chance and I got free time, I used to play a lot of backyard football, soccer, boxing, wrestling. What else? Used to ride the bike a lot. That was really fun. And I think that's really it. That's what I used to commonly do. And then why? Well, the reason that I played those more often or most often, or I rode the bike a lot, was because I had a lot of friends that did the same thing. For football, I had some friends that played football for their high school, and when they had free time, they like to play, for fun instead of, for actual score and like people yelling at you the whole time. For boxing, I mean, I was surrounded by a bunch of guys, so everybody always wanted to figure out who was the toughest one, which was fun. If you have a good batch of friends, it's fun. And then the same, or soccer. I used to have a lot of Mexican friends, and they used to always love playing soccer. So that was really why. I guess friends. Friends is really the main reason. What they did, I did. That was really it.
All right. We have a comment from Breezy Leaf. Consistency is such a good thing to say. It's hard.
Yeah. So I've been working out on on my own for about 5 years, maybe 6 years now. But I've been consistently going to the gym for about 2 years now. The reason that I mention that is because yeah, it is hard. It's tough. It's annoying. I used to hate waking up and going to the gym because I was so not used to it. I was really uncomfortable with it. Um, the way that I got so used to it is I used to actually take friends, or friends would take me. They would wake me up at 5 in the morning, knock on my door, tell me to hurry up and get ready because we're going to the gym. I would always say yes, but man, I used to hate it naturally, right? However, I gained a lot of consistency through myself whenever I started seeing results. And I started going with my friends that were so much stronger than me and faster than me at whatever I was doing. You naturally get tired of it, you know. You want to be so much better. And you see them doing all this stuff and like being so much stronger and improving so much that you want it so bad. You start waking up. You start setting your own alarms. You start staying, at the gym a little later just to make sure that you get enough reps in. Yeah, that's it. It is hard though. I understand.
It is hard. Yeah, I used to do water polo, and you had to be in the water, in the pool like every day, and I was so tired, and then I quit. When I quit it, I couldn't even just go to the pool just for fun, for enjoy, because I was so tired of water.
Yeah,
But if you're not doing it consistently, you won't get any results. Yeah, exactly.
that's right. Yeah.
All right, so Mirjahan Turdiyev, I just want to remind everyone that we asked you to put in the comments what is your favorite sport. Please share with us. And we have a comment from Mirjahan who shared his personal story with us. He says, I used to wrestle in Greco-Roman when I was in school in Uzbekistan. When we came to the US, my son also wanted to continue Greco-Roman wrestling at school. And there is a continuation, but the Greco-Roman is less common than folk style. Many kids who do wrestling, they also do football, not soccer. But what is your opinion of the brain damage claims of football for school kids?
So I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know a lot about um, the brain damage claims of football for school kids. However, whenever it comes to physical activity, playing sports, um, you always got to take precautions. You take as many precautions as you can to do everything that you're doing, like football, basketball, wrestling, UFC. You know, the tougher ones, the ones that can leave you knocked out and bleeding on the floor. Like, you just do what you can. You take all the precautions that you can. You make sure that there's, obviously always help around, like, calling 911 or calling, anyone that you can in case of emergencies. If I'm being honest, though, when it comes to stuff like this, I always just think about you're really taking your chances all the time. You just got to try to be as safe as possible with everything that you do. That's my only answer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you. We have a question from Dania Hasanova. What helps you keep the motivation up in sports?
That's an interesting question. So when it comes to sports, I get really competitive, and that's really all the motivation I need. Um, I like to show up. So I guess if I'm gonna play sports, then I'm gonna play to the best of my ability. If I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. Um, and that's really like the motivation. It's like, can I handle this? Can I do more? Can I score on this person? Can I beat this person? Can this person beat me? Um, a lot of the times that I think about competition is whenever it comes to racing. Whenever it comes to physically running and racing, a lot of the times it's just mental. It's, are these people trying harder than me in this moment? Are they going to give up before I do? Are they in as much pain as I am? And if they are, why can't I beat them? You know. Um, but some other things that help me keep the motivation up in sports is the people that I'm surrounded by. I'm surrounded by friends. I'm surrounded by other Marines. I'm surrounded by people in the stands, like my friends and my family, that want to see me succeed. So when it comes to sports or physical activity, it's like I'm not the I might be the one doing it, but I'm not the only one paying attention to everything that I do. You know, yeah. It's the only
Mhm.
answer to that
Cool. So, question from Akmaljon Mahmudov. Hi, Chris. Let me know how much time do you spend on sports activities a day?
one. Oh man, so I'm addicted to it. To be honest, I've already reached the point in the gym that I'm addicted to self improvement, to getting big, to getting strong, to getting fast, but also to getting smarter in the way that I do things. One of the newest challenges for me is like I know how to do it, and then I'm pretty good at it, but do I know what I'm doing? Do I know what every single workout affects? And the answer is no, I don't. There's literally so much to learn and so many different ways to do things. But to answer your question, so on average, about a week, I spend at the very least 3 to 4 times a day in the gym for about an hour. And then, yeah,
Three
on
or
average,
four times a day?
3 or 4 times a week for
A
about
week?
an hour a day.
Oh, an hour a day, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
It's not so bad. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe some people can do the same. Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
that's good.
Oh, and
And
another, um, what's your favorite sport game?
what's your favorite sport game?
Um, it's tough. I really like fighting. Uh, I like physical activity or physical contact. In the Marine Corps, we don't really fight that much, but we do have grappling. It's kind of like wrestling, which is fun. We also have combat rugby, which is rugby, but you play like in full uniform and like a flag. That's pretty exciting. It's fun. It's kind of like football, but with flag on, you get to tackle each other and stuff. Um, my favorite sport to watch is UFC. That kind of answers your question. UFC is really entertaining. You get to see different fighters, like people that do jiu-jitsu and boxing and taekwondo and all this other stuff. Mix their styles together to beat other people and use their own tactics or whatever. I think that's pretty awesome. But yeah, I'll go with UFC. It's a fun sport.
Mhm. All right, question from Jawahirbek Niyozov. What part of the day is better to run, mornings or evenings?
Um, it's tough. When it comes to preference, I'm not one for preference. It's really just depending on my mood. So if I run in the morning, it's because of schedules. Maybe I'll be busy throughout the day and I can't run later on. But I prefer in the evening whenever the sun's out. I like to sweat because as soon as you start sweating and you get into like that mentality that you're working out, you kind of forget that you're out there working out. Even better if it's raining. If it's raining, you forget that it hurts so much. Um, but from what I understand, actually, when it comes to working out and exercise in general, it's better to do it in the mornings. It's kind of like a wake up call. It's also like it mentally gets you going for the day, especially if you take pre workout or like you usually take a big breakfast after it. Yeah, it's pretty good in the morning. Yeah, I'd recommend in the morning if I had to.
All right, thanks. A question from Sardor Davlatov. Who supports you most in sport?
That's tough. So whenever damn, that's tough. So like I was saying earlier, I have a lot of family and friends that work out and stuff and like are really motivated in the gym. But who supports me the most in sports? When it comes to the gym, I want to say my guy friends, because they're the most competitive. For example, like from the duty station that I just came from was Paris Island, and they're real meatheads. So they like working out. They like competing with each other. One more rep. Add a few more pounds to this bar, and then we'll see who can do the most or something. So as odd as it, yeah. And then like if I post stuff like on Instagram or on social media, they'll be the first ones to comment or to say something positive or funny about it. And I think that's my biggest support from my friends. Yeah, I'll do that.
Mhm. All right, wonderful. Question from Akmaljon Mahmudov. Chris, most of the people are afraid of COVID-19. What about you?
Mm.
Mhm.
I think afraid is a strong word. I feel like everybody should be cautious and take all the precautions that they should to stay healthy, and stay away from COVID-19 at every corner that they can. But I don't necessarily fear it. Um, I feel like I'm taking all the right precautions, and I feel like, um, yeah, I feel like I'm taking all the right precautions. So I shouldn't have to worry about it that much.
Mm-hmm. Talking about precautions, can you probably recommend people some strategies for reducing risks during sports activities during the pandemic? What
Um,
do you do?
I think big things are, more commonly, I guess, now is that you're working out by yourself most of the time. So just remember your limits. I have a bad habit of always going to the gym and maxing out, which you're not supposed to do so often. I have a bad habit of doing that, so that it takes a lot of energy out of you. I limit myself enough, right, to stay safe, but just make sure that you limit yourself. Make sure that you're stretching before. You're doing the proper warm ups. You're doing enough warm ups, and you're doing some good cool downs or stretches after. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, again, taking precautions. Like when you go running, make sure that you take water with you. You know, make sure that you have somebody to call. Those are just common things or common precautions, I guess. That's really
Do
it.
you, do you do you wash your hands more often now with COVID-19 when you are in the gym?
Um, in the gym.
Yeah. Do
Uh,
you like
so I
wear
guess
your mask when you are in the gym?
yes. So we have to wear masks, and then we have to clean off all the gear every single time. It's kind of different here, I guess, but we clean a lot more regularly. All our
Mm-hmm.
gym equipment, even when we're not working out, and then when we're working out, it's just a lot more important. Same with
Mm-hmm.
masks.
Yeah, I think it's a very good thing to mention for everyone who want to start it. No.
Yeah.
All right. Question from Akmal Jan Mahmudov. What kind of sports is beneficial for you, team or individual?
When it comes to the gym, I think it's for me, it's more beneficial to do it individually, for my own personal goals, because I don't. I want to remember that I'm there to work out to improve myself, not to try to lift as much weight as the next guy or to do as much as the next guy, and then fail like in the first 15 minutes of being in the gym. So individually, the gym, and then for team, yeah. I mean, they're really beneficial because you get to be around so many friends, or so many other people that like competing. Um, Plus, whenever you're working out with teams, or whenever you're working out with teams, or working towards like sports, team sports and stuff, you kind of forget that you're out there working out. You forget that you're sprinting for so long, or like running back and forth on the court. And I think that's really beneficial. Whenever you're, I guess, first starting to work out. Yeah.
All right. Let's move to the next question, and I think it's a good one because it's important. Do you have any special diet to stay fit and healthy?
So I used to not have one. I used to just work out as much as possible, and I wouldn't have to worry about a diet. But now, since so my goal right now is to be in the 1,000 pound club. I'm close, but I'm not there yet. So what I'm doing now is I'm eating. I'm trying my best, with like everything going on in the quarantine, trying to make sure I actually get enough food. I'm eating at least 3 meals a day. I'm taking more protein shakes, and then I'm um, yeah, just eating more food throughout the day and snacking a lot more on like whole foods and like stuff like that. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, so honestly, chicken, vegetables, and rice is what I've been sticking to. Um, just so I can get consistent with eating healthy. I've been on that for like 4 months now, and I think that's pretty good because a lot of people, don't last that long. And it's my first time doing it for this long, or in general. Um, so yeah, chicken, vegetables, and rice, pretty healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me feel good
Mm-hmm.
too. I don't wake up feeling all sluggish. So yeah.
Uh-huh. All right. And question from Dania Hasanova is is a meal plan important for fitness goal? Please share some tips on healthy eating that will prevent you from not ruining the workout.
Ooh. So when it comes to workouts and it comes to dieting and stuff, I think that it's really important to take into consideration that nobody is like you and you're like nobody else. So a diet that I stick to or that I do, if it is chicken, vegetables, and rice, it might not be good for you. It might not be a good diet plan for you. It might not be the diet plan that you're looking for based off of your body type or your goals. However, I do think it's important. I do think it's important for you to understand and for you to know what, or excuse me, how your body reacts to specific foods. For me, the chicken, vegetables, and rice, like it makes me feel great throughout my day. It doesn't make me feel like crap or like poop or like really uncomfortable when I wake up the next morning. And then I'm the type of person that likes to eat before I work out, so I'll eat a meal, and then about 30 minutes to an hour, 30 minutes later, I'll go work out, and I'll feel good. I'll feel perfectly fine. For some people, they don't eat in the morning. They don't eat anything. I think that's a little off, but I understand. But I'd rather eat in the morning before working out. Plus, it gives me a lot more energy to burn.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it's really important, especially for fitness goals. If you have specific goals, you have to look into the stuff that you need to eat. Everybody's different. It says, please share some tips on healthy eating that will prevent you from not ruining your workout. I think for that one, yeah, just try to eat on the healthier side. Try not to overindulge or overeat before a workout. The same with water. For those of you that don't know, you shouldn't be chugging water like right before a workout or a run. It's actually not that good for you. Um, when it comes to water, you want to drink it like 2 to 3 days before you're actually like working out or doing something really something that really makes you sweat a lot. I guess.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know how else to answer this question. It just really depends.
I think we got what we wanted from you. Thank you.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And I have a question again related to pandemic, to this COVID-19 situation that we all are in right now. You know, many people are staying at home, and although everything is opening up, restaurants, gyms, anyways, there are people who are still prefer who still prefer to stay at home and work out at home. Do you have any suggestions on what kind of exercises it's good to do individually when you don't have this special equipment like you have in the gym? What would you recommend to people?
Um, so I've been working out consistently for about 5 years, and then again 2 years ago is whenever I started working out consistently in the gym. Before that, I did a lot more body weight workouts. So really, I like to stick to things that are fun, and I like to stick to things that yeah, just fun. So some workouts that I recommend is like long distance running, and then workouts in between. So I think one suggestion could be like it depends on how proficient you are and how much you actually work out regularly. But what I used to like to do is I used to like running for about say a mile and a half, um, say to a park or something, and then once you get to the park, you can work out there. You could do um, squats, lunges, jump squats, jump lunges. You could do push-ups. You could do crunches. I know they have monkey bars and stuff everywhere. You can do pull-ups. I don't know if you guys like doing those. But yeah, push-ups, pull-ups, crunches, lunges, squats, and running. Um, yeah, just a lot of moving around. I think. Oh,
Uh-huh.
also, if you guys have weight vests, those would probably help too. If you guys have them,
If we have what? We
weight
lost your
vests,
voice. What
weight
is
vests.
it? What is
Weight
it?
vest, kind of like it's really just a vest that has weight on it. They have,
Oh.
yeah, if you guys have them, they're, I think some of the common ones are like 20 or 30 pounds that you actually just put on, then you work out with them. So you can do lunges and stuff with them. Pretty helpful. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, thank you. We have a question from Akmal John Mahmudov. No, sorry, I showed the wrong question. I know in the US, uh, food is separated into organic and non organic. Do you pay attention to this when you choose food?
No. To be honest, I just started this whole diet plan or whatever about 4 months ago when I got here. Being in the Marine Corps, it doesn't give you a lot of opportunity to eat what you want, when you want, or how you want, or how consistently you want, or at the time that you want, or from where you want. It's like very limiting. So I used to just eat whatever I could, whenever I had time to, whenever I could fit into my schedule. Whenever I was at the least busy, I'd find food and eat it, and then I'd move on to back to work or something. Um, so no,
Mm-hmm.
I don't pay
All
attention
right,
to it.
thanks. Question from Dania. There are so many gadgets and apps designed to help to track physical activity. Are there any that you can recommend?
See, gadgets and apps designed to help you track physical activity.
I don't know if you ever used. I use a lot of apps on my phone that
Can you,
actually remind you to do like plank and all that
yeah,
stuff. Have you
yeah.
ever tried that?
I tried them before, but again, because of my schedule, I didn't pay as much attention to it as I wanted to. And then like because of my schedule, depending on where I was at, you can't just drop down and do push-ups or something. Depending on where I was at. Can you do you have them on your phone right now?
Yeah.
Can you list them off?
Um, it will take some time.
um,
But it's like just a random ones, like plank or just squats or stuff like
but
that.
the app that you use, what is it called?
Um, I have it on my other phone, not on this one.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So
Yeah.
um,
Um,
when it comes to the apps
you,
that you guys, huh?
like even Google have one that you can have on the phone that tracks you how many steps you do, um, like how much water you drink.
Yeah, those are good. Yeah. One of the ones that I actually have used before is Map My Run. It's like I don't know if I have it actually. Um, let's see. So it's this one.
Oh, we can see. Can you? All right, what is it?
Um,
The screen is so white.
yeah,
It's
it's all
hard to
bright.
see. Uh huh.
So it has like an Under Armour emblem on there. And it's blue. It's right.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh wait, right there. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And then
We probably can
my
share the name later.
yeah, you couldn't really see
And
it.
how does it work?
So for this one, I just use it to track my running. It tracks the distance in miles or really whatever setting you put it to. And that's really all I use it for is for running. So I use it to track my stuff. It tells you the pace that you ran. It tells you the distance that you ran, what time you got to that distance, how long it took you to run a mile, were you consistent, or the average time for each mile or 2 miles or whatever. I think that's a really good app for tracking your running, but I don't normally use apps. To be honest, just because it's hard to stay it's hard to stay consistent with tracking your stuff. So I
Right.
usually don't use apps.
Mhm. Okay, thank you. Question from Akmal Mahmudov. Chris, I'm ill with COVID-19. What kind of exercise can you suggest to me?
Honestly, I have no idea how that'll affect you. But whenever it comes to working out and then being at home and working out, I suggest that you do stuff that you like. For me, it was so guys naturally, right? We want to have big biceps and a nice chest or whatever. So push-ups, different variations of push-ups. You could try elevated push-ups where you have your feet up and then you're doing a push-up with your feet up on top of something. You could try, diamond push-ups, regular push-ups, and wide push-ups. There's also, I don't know if you've ever done handstands, but they're a lot harder than you think. You could try that out. That'd be fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
Akmal
yeah.
John, we wish you soon recovery. Just whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yeah. And yeah, on a positive note, I mean, you might not have a lot of time to go out with your friends and go out and do other things, but you can stay home and work out, and I think that's a big positive. I think it is. So
Yeah.
yeah, at least you get a lot of time to do that, and this is probably the best time to do it. So take advantage.
Yeah. All right. So I don't see any comments here. If we missed any comments, I apologize, but we'll try to answer them later offline. And I want to thank you so much for this interesting talk. And actually, for me, it made me want to go and work out right now. Yeah, thanks so much. It was very interesting to hear your opinion on sports and to hear about your experiences. And I hope you will do another chat chat with us someday.
Oh, so yeah, thank you for having me. I'm glad you guys asked so many questions. At least it lets me know that you guys are involved and actually listening. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask, and I'll try to answer them. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, everyone. Wonderful comments, wonderful questions. And make sure to tune in next week as we will be talking with Michael Brody, who will be talking about air quality in Uzbekistan and in Tashkent. All right. See you later. Bye.